Hey no friends, welcome to my channel. So today's Monday. I mentioned Saturday that I was going to have an appointment today, so I have done that. I have picked up some medicine. So one of the medicines is possibly going to make me feel like crap. So it's a nice day, so I'm deciding I'm going to go ahead and walk today. I apologize, I'm behind on doing nails. I will get back on my schedule, hopefully. Just been a busy time recently. So I figured I'm just going to go ahead and get this walk in. Just, it's good for me anyway, but just in case I don't get to in the next days to come. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. But I figured I'd bring you along again. And this time we're at the other park I've mentioned, so you'll get to see a little bit of something different. It looks like there's several that may be here, so if I come across anybody, I'll just put the phone down or turn it or whatever. So yeah, we'll work with it. So I did go to the appointment prepared to walk, so got my walking shoes on already. So I'll just have to pull the hair back and throw the hat on. Also, I'm just gonna kind of quickly mention, unfortunately, the doctor I'm seeing, his family has gone through a super tragic situation. Very sad. So any of you that believe in prayer, his family could super much use it, and you don't even, you don't have to know the name or anything. Just the Lord will know who you're talking about, because I don't want to invade his privacy. But I will say it was nice to have a doctor be on like just the human level, because some are more, don't have the best bedside manners, so that's nice. And this is my second time to see him, which I know of him from my family, but yeah, really sad. So just keep them in your prayers, please. Okay, ready to go. Guys, I kid you not, last time I said I stopped to get some sunscreen. Sis forgot to put it on. So I got it on now. Should have once again done it earlier, did not. Okay, let me flip you. Also, I did not mention to him about, well, I did last time, but for this time I did not re-bring up the hair loss situation, because first of all, I didn't want to bother him. He's got enough on his plate. But also, I had other things that were kind of much more important, because it's more like, health related. So maybe one day I'll get that figured out. But also, I'm not sure if I even, look at those purple flowers. It's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can walk up to it. What is that, guys? It's really pretty. I don't know if I want to take a medication for hair loss, because, as far as I understand, a lot of them deal with your hormones. I don't want to take anything if I don't have to. So I'm playing that by ear. Oh, I was fixing to say, that's so funny. I was fixing to say, oh, I don't have my phone. Oh my gosh, I'm carrying it. Let's see, what number am I on? Okay, because I'm trying to, this time I'm going to try to keep up with my time. So this park doesn't have a pond. It has this little field here, which there's some for playing, so I can only show you parts of it. It is, you can do like the for soccer or baseball. I think it's technically for baseball, but so again, anytime I put my phone down, it's because I'm being cautious of everyone else's privacy. Now, I kind of wish there was something natural I could do for the hair loss. Now, I've heard you can do that Rogaine stuff, but that once you stop using it, it comes back. Well, I don't want that either. So, I don't know. I'm kind of at a time in my life where some things, I guess I'm just sort of trying to accept and deal with. It is what it is. I mean, I'm getting older anyway, so it's not like there's not going to be some struggles. Also, by the way, me and the nurse were talking about like they hitting 40 and it goes downhill. Same thing with her. I said, yeah, and I've heard people will say that, but boy, they wasn't joking. It's very weird. Okay, so over here is some tennis courts. They're very nice. Well, I say that. They could use some work, but they're decent. Actually, I've played there several times. Just fun tennis. I don't know what I'm doing. I just know I'm trying to hit the ball. So it was good exercise because I spent a lot of time running after the ball. So also this one, well, the other one is in the sun as well, but this one, it's in the sun for most of it, but there's a section we'll get into that is shaded, but it's like more of like a wooded section. So there's the courts. Oh, well, this side's missing the nets. Well, they used to have the nets there. So there's like kid play area. There's one right in here, and there's one beside us, but people are over there. So that's nice. It's got some little barbecue pits. Also, I mentioned before, I didn't used to wear my hat, but figuring I might as well. I don't want to burn my head, and since I'm already struggling with hair loss anyway. Okay, so it's got some pavilions, or one. We only have one here. This one. There's that play section. It's got the picnic areas. It's got random benches throughout. Over that way, right there, is a skate park. It's very small, but still nice. And then it has, it's a little water park, but there's people there. I'm not gonna, so I can't show. But it like has the things spray up out of the ground and things like that. Things that the water sprinkles down. So it's nice for the kids. The only thing is it's not shaded, and it probably, let me see if I can show you right there, like that. But it's like not shaded, so that's not great, but it's a good option because we used to years and years and years ago have like a little town pool, and they got rid of it, and this was their alternative for it. It's got this large field. You could just do whatever, play in it or picnic or whatever. Yeah, I love to do this, just walk and talk. I don't ever have anybody to walk or talk with. Again, I'm just now getting back on my journey, so I wasn't walking for a while anyway. But I try to listen to music, but I'm one of those that I'm such a deep thinker that it's like I can't stop thinking. So at least with you guys, I'm getting to talk it out. So it's got these, it's two dog park areas. One side is for the big doggos, and the other side for the tiny dogs. So that's super nice. There's not any out right now. So here we go into starting the wooded area, which I love it. It's very nice. It's peaceful and pretty. But there's that little road right there. So most of the time, there might not would have been anybody here, or then it would be like it'd be on my own, and there'd be like other gentlemen out or whatever. So I'd never felt super comfortable. I'd have to really pay attention to my surroundings, but that's just how I am anyway, and I think we as women have to be that way. So it would be so hot in the sun, I would just have to do this. I'd go this thing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because I would get sick being in just the sun. So I have to turn you guys for a minute. So it's still just the woods. Oh, bug flew at my ear. So this is the one where I was talking about the squirrels splooting. They'd get under those benches and sploot. Ooh, what is this? I keep having these random bugs like hit me in my face. Y'all gonna see sis act a fool here in a minute. Gosh, if a bee comes doing that, oh, we got a problem. But yeah, super nice for the shade. Now here, it's not. You get to the point in summer that does not matter if you got a shade or not. You're gonna melt. It's miserable. So, I mean, you can even come in the evening, you're still gonna melt. And I can tell it's the wind's blowing, so that's helping, but I can tell it's quite muggy. So go in that direction, it'll take you out into the main road. So the woods right there, but right on the other side of that's the dog park. So I have to know, what's all of you been up to? I mean, I've been, I can't even get my mind to focus on my next nail set. So, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'll kind of get something in mind, and then I don't know. I guess I get distracted and then I change my mind. But also, I mentioned in the last walk and talk with me that Maniologies wasn't selling their nail foil glue anymore. I did get on there and check, and it was not there. Also, the stuff I mentioned that I had put on my nails. Now, I still need to show you what I had put on, because that's how I'm turning white. They will still do that sometimes as I wash them. I'm assuming it's one product, which was the Sugar Speed Dry Top Coat, but I can't be 100%. But what I was going to say was, I decided to look it up on there, and it's gone. So that does make me wonder if maybe it is that product, and this has happened to others. But again, I can't be for certain. But most of the things I love, they're not a problem. It's just been a couple of products. Also, okay, man, I got lots to say, friends. Okay, I told you I'd got this desk, excuse me. I was using a side table to do my nail art, and decided, okay, we're gonna do a desk now. A year was long enough, bumping the knee. So I did do that, and got it put together. Did it by myself. Yay, go Jen. But the instructions were a bit confusing, and so this is the second half of the wooded area, by the way. there were two separate things that I got mixed up. So I had to undo two different things and swap them. They went to the other side. The instructions were not very clear, or Jen just don't get it, which is a very high possibility. So did get it together, and then the only thing I noticed was from the underneath part, I don't know why. I used the screws that come with. I didn't mix any up, but it kind of made a, top, like it basically went through, not totally through the top, but it lifted apart like a little bump. So that's very disappointing. However, I'm not going to be too mad because it was a $40 table or desk. So I did put the plastic stuff on it. Liner that I got from dollar store. Love it. Super glad I found that and got it. By the way, I had it because I had to pick up my medicine while I was waiting. I did go over to see if they had some of it, and the one they had was not smooth. It was like bumpily. I didn't like it. But it also, they had one that was like $7. Dollar stores was $5. And then it went up from there. So I don't know if it depended on the size or what. However, that's what I was doing yesterday. I was working on getting my stuff back organized and on the desk. So it seems that it's almost double in size of what I had been using. So it's going to be a much bigger difference. I was also super excited. Okay, we're coming out of the wooded area. So, because there's that field I showed you when I started. My chair, it don't have like arms. It's just like a desk chair. But that's fine because I'm always using my arms, hands anyway. So, for the price I spent, I'm super happy with it. And I can just pull up in it, not bump my knees. So I'm excited to try it with actually doing some nail art. I was thinking to myself, girl, you should have done this a while back. But I was still new and, to at least being, doing my channel. So now I know. So that's exciting. I'll have to show it to you later. I did end up having, because it is bigger, and I mentioned I have a small space, I had to move a couple things, but you know what, for my comfort, whatever, it's okay, I'm gonna make it work. But I do like it. And then apologize again, I'm trying to not show others. This isn't, I don't know what this is. I think this is like a building, some community building. I think they do different things, like organizations work there. I'm gonna pause for a minute. Okay, so we've made a full circle, and there were people there, but I thought something was wrong with somebody, but they were okay. So I'm already really hot. The wind is not blowing, which I guess is one reason it's nicer in the shaded area, because you can feel the breeze there. Whew. Melting. You all know that feeling. You can just feel the like your makeup melting off. I hate that feeling. And sometimes I like, if I don't have something else to do, I won't wear it to walk, but I did have something else to do, so I did. Um, oh, also, I was looking on Maniology, because I always do. um, so, that price increase has officially started. And I've seen it. Several businesses that has started. So there's definitely feels to be a shift in things. It's a bummer, but I mean, you would think, oh, $1's not that much difference, but when you really get to adding things up and thinking about it, it does make a difference. And then they're supposed to up the shipping cost from the 50 to 59 or 60. I want to say it said 59, and that's why I keep saying that. Also, I was, per usual, debated on getting one of the plates, and then it was out. So the sunflower one is gone, but you can push that little ring button and they'll email you when it comes back. Again, I'm having to put the phone down for others. So now the dragon one, man, I can't keep up. It was back, and then it'll go and come back and go. So I did see it back. Now, don't quote me on that, because by the time you get there, it may already be gone again. There was another one that was out. There's a few of them that was out. The castle one had went out. I'm thinking there were some that have recently come back. So, but yeah, I've noticed the price increase across, and I've gotten several, seen on several of the different socials, businesses talking about their having their price increases. Now, some of them are, say polishes, they're already like $12, and they're having to up them a dollar or two. And I'm like, dang, you're spending 15 for one polish. It's a lot, right? So this is going to affect not just us as customers, but businesses too, because if customers can't buy, then that's affects the businesses to be able to keep going as well. Also, I don't know, things just seem weird anyway. And I saw somebody else mention that. I don't know. Sometimes you can't place it. I think it's just different changes, and I know like one thing is like with our food, which is scary, because like they were talking about dyes that is in our food, that is banned in other countries and things like that. Like, there's no telling, guys, what we put into our bodies, and there's only so much you can do. But also, I'm gonna tell you what, look at the baby squirrel. He's little, looks little. Also, for me, food is part of an enjoyment in life. I know that sounds terrible, but I don't know, I like my food. And when I was sick, having the stomach issues, I couldn't barely eat, and it wasn't fun. I couldn't enjoy things. Everything would make me feel horrible. So now that I can again, for the most part, I want to enjoy it. If I want a Cheeto, I want to eat a Cheeto. I don't want to have to not do the fun stuff. But I don't know. I know we got to be cautious, but at the same time, you want to enjoy your life too. So I hope you're all safe and doing well. Okay, something else I was going to mention. I've changed my mind on a couple of things. I was talking to you guys about what would you do if you were a millionaire, okay? And I said I just want a comfortable house, which is completely true. But I'm gonna make a couple of changes here. I would like to have a comfortable house with my own bathroom, that's just for me, and a nail room, also just for me. And I would love to have some land. I'd love to have a pond on it where we could fish or kayak or whatever. I would love to have a separate area for my children to have each have their own house, little, comfortable house on either side. And I'd like to have new pipes, like new plumbing that are unbreakable. So that's my change. What else? Was there anything else? Yes, I had mentioned, I forgot to mention it the other day. My animal rescue center. Yeah, gotta have that too. Okay, there's some doggies out, guys. But I'll have to see if I can show you without getting their owners. It's like a medium size and a big one, and they're super excited. But yeah, gotta have my rescue center. Okay, I can't show you yet. They're very happy. Okay, now we're in back to the second portion of the shaded area, wooded area. But it's busy today, so. Hi. Then I sit there and rack my brain trying to remember all the things I wanted to say. I do want to say this. Each and every day that you have anything good, or you have food to eat, you have clothes, you have your needs met, just try to be in that moment and be grateful and thankful, because things can change in the blink of an eye. And unfortunately, that is part of the reason I do struggle with extreme anxiety, because I unfortunately am I'm always waiting for the next thing to happen, because that's happened so many times in my life. So I would just make myself, well, don't be happy, you're something else about to come up. But at the same time, life's so short. If this was going to be my last day, and I'm sitting here worrying about what's happening tomorrow, when tomorrow may not even get here, then I've wasted my last day. Listen, guys, I tell my kids this like such random things all the time. I tell them, this is Mom's life lesson of the day. So this is Jen's life lesson of the day, friends. Yeah. And I do promise you, I don't say any of these things to upset anybody or make anybody feel down. It's just, I've mentioned, I'm really trying to work on myself, which one of them, step one, was the walking. But I got so much work to do on myself, especially just mentally. That's going to be a consistent work in progress. Y'all, one time I was here, a snake went by right here. I said, no. I turned around. I told somebody it was coming up because they had their dog with them too. So I said, there's a snake. So they went around. So I said, no, no, thank you. I turned around and went back the other way. So you got to watch for that stuff. But yeah, I'm always, well, just on a journey to bettering myself where I can. So right here, I would typically would just turn around and go back and forth, back and forth. Gosh, it is super hot, y'all. Okay, if we're gonna be walking in the summertime, I'm telling you guys right now, y'all's gonna be hearing me say that a lot. Okay, so see right there. Okay, instead of me being upset, oh, it's so hot. Well, I need to sit here and say, well, you know what? Thank you. Thank the Lord I can walk right now. You know what I'm saying? It is a whole mind thing. Now, do I really get all excited? Like, how to explain that? Gosh, y'all, I'm so terrible at explaining things. But does that make me be, I'm not depressed, I'm so happy? No. But just takes, one change, one thought at a time, right? It's not going to happen overnight. Also, I'm the same person, I've been all my life. So, obviously, I'm not just going to, what is that? I thought it was a snake. It was the log thing from the tree. It took me my whole life. I've always been this way. So, I'm not going to be a different Jen. And even if I do better myself, I'm still me. Still going to have, my regular self. I'm just trying to hopefully work on little things that I can. See, this is one of the times I really wish I had a pool. But, okay, now I gotta add something else. A pool cleaner. I need somebody to help us this out because we'd end up with some pink water, guarantee you. I always love these trees. Also, I can't always tell what you're looking at because unless I'm in the shade, I can kind of tell. But because of the sun and the light out, I can't always see what you guys see on the screen. So my luck, y'all been just seeing the tops of my shoes this whole time. I hope not. Again, never feel pressured to watch these if you're not interested. I just enjoying it. It's good for me. Aside from the walking, helping me mentally and physically, being able to just to talk about it, everything. I mean, obviously you could sit there and record yourself talking to yourself, but the fact that I can with you, and then I can read comments later, that really, I don't know, maybe because I don't have friends, it's given me something back. Now I want a snow cone. I haven't had a snow cone in a long time, and I'm not a big snow cone person, but right now, that'd be nice. They had one that was called Silver Fox. I'm not sure if I can describe it, but kind of reminded me of a almond wedding cookie in a sense. I would say that one's probably my favorite. I used to like blue coconut, but now I like Silver Fox. I still got to go home and cook. But, okay, there again I could say, oh yay, thankfully I can cook. Y'all, who am I? I don't know. I don't ever think about this stuff. I think I'm trying to help you all, and in return, it's making me be like, okay, Jen, take your advice, girl. Trying to look, what time are we on? And I can't see it. Oh, 35. Okay. Because when I talk to you guys, it feels like hardly any time has passed. But that tells me right there, that means I'm enjoying it. Okay, I'm gonna mention something else. One time when I used to walk, I'm gonna keep saying that. There was a dollar right there. What's this do? Sis took the dollar, and then after I was like, what am I thinking? Listen, ladies, you'll have to really think about this stuff and be very careful, because unfortunately we have to, whether you're male or female. I mean, some crazy stuff's going on, right? So don't just go picking up things. Doesn't matter. You know, the bigger may not be the better. They may be a ploy. May be thinking, oh, I'm about to get me a free $100, and it may cost you. So really think about that stuff. Gosh, I was gonna think I'm some crazy person. Well, I am, guys. I give that to you. But I'm just a cautious person. I think you have to be, though. Some people are too cautious, and some people aren't cautious enough. So I'm just sharing with you, ladies. Also, another thing I love to talk to you guys for, because I'm just me. I'm the real me. I'm not hiding anything. It's as if I were talking to a lifelong friend, and I feel like I have a lot of, what do I want to call it, love and support, compassion to give, and it typically goes to waste because I have nobody outside of my family to give it to. So you get it. And yeah, I'm silly and quirky. Maybe you even want to call me weird, but you know what? I am who I am. God made me to be who He wanted me to be, and this is it. Crazy Jen. So I'm not fake. You get the real person. So even if I'm weird, well, at least it's a real weird. So this park I used to do, so this what I'm calling full circle, it's bigger than the other park we've been going to. So I would do less laps here, and the other one I'd do more since it was smaller. But since I've already, can't remember my count, is why I'm trying to watch my time, because I used to at least I would go between, listen, I know, don't come for me, I'd go between 45 minutes to an hour, but I had walked for a long time, so I was able to do that. I also had a time I jogged. Well, I'm gonna have to work up to that if I ever do get back into it. I would like to, but also I know my body has gotten older and it's changing, so not sure, because there were times I would have to just start walking again because I would pull my my calf muscle, and my feet would bother me. Now, these shoes I talked about last time, same ones, I had pinned them in the comment last two times. Definitely helped with the foot pain. So, and then it was after that I had gotten out of doing this. So if I do start again, I have to work my way up. But you know what? I really do enjoy walking because it's not as hard on your body and it's a bit more relaxing. Now, there were times I did enjoy the jogging. Gives you a bit of a different type of, I don't know, rush, I guess I'd say. But it's also very hard on, you know, whenever you are doing it. And it's not always easy, is what I'm trying to say. It's hard on the body and makes you, tired. I mean, even if you're able to do stationary something at home, that's all you need. You don't gotta be out doing crazy things. Whatever you can do. And even the simplest of things, it don't gotta be nothing hard. And be proud of that. Be proud of whatever you can do. Okay, these leaves here on this tree, 5 leaves. Is that poison oak? Because I mentioned to you, okay, see, there's some on the ground too, and those are 5. But there's a light green and there's a darker green. But I'm allergic to poison ivy. And half the time, listen, if it has 3 leaves, 5 leaves, I'm not touching it. But what are the 5 leaves? Because half the time, I was thinking those were poison ivy before, but so I would avoid them. I'm still going to avoid them. But I don't really know what those are, because I have heard the 3 leaves, but they're everywhere. Because I think 5 leaves is bad too. I don't know. It is in my head. And we had some wild blackberry bushes come up. Well, those to me look like poison ivy. But my husband would always be like, no, this is blackberry. Well, we did get some blackberry, but some of them don't get anything, so I don't honestly know. I don't know. I'm just going to avoid it all. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And I typically don't even eat those blackberries. They're not sweet, because I did try it before. So yeah, we just got them wild. I don't know how. We didn't put them there. Also, those little flowers I have, lantanas. That's the name of them. They're lantanas. We did not plant them either. They just grow. And I mentioned we took them down because they were on the fence too much, and they came back, which I love them. They're beautiful, but they just grow back on their own. So if I don't get to do some nails tonight, because it's technically dinner time and I didn't even cook yet, then I will tomorrow. I just got to decide which. Another one of my things is I really, really need to get out of my head. I overthink and over-question myself way too much. And I always, my entire life have worried what other people think. And that's not good. Because it does affect you mentally. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Be you, friends. I don't know, like, how do y'all like, oh my gosh, we're at 44 minutes. Okay. Let's do, I don't know. I'm gonna do another round, but I guess my question would be, do y'all have a certain time y'all would prefer for me to stop recording the walks? Or would you rather me just do my thing, and if you want to not complete it, then that's fine. I guess really that's what I should do, because even if one person needed that distraction, I'm here for it. And there's a lot around, so. Also, I had to put the water I got the other day that I talked about. Ended up having to, I forgot I needed to put it back in my car, so I did that. But now it's going to be hot. But I guess it's better than nothing. I'm also disappointed in myself that I had to get out of walking. Well, let me restart this. What happened was, because I walked all the time, then I had an infection and I had to stop, and I was supposed to get back into it. Well, when I try to get back into it, something else would happen. I'd have to stop again. And that would happen each time. And then I kind of had gotten to a point where I said, I guess I kind of gave up. I was like, what's the point? Something else is going to come up, kind of like what I was talking about earlier. It was kind of exhausting. And then what should have been a very small break became a very long break. So, yeah, here's me getting me back. And I do appreciate you supporting me on that journey, and all your kind words. I appreciate it. But because of all that, it could be a very sensitive topic. So I will give a weight warning here. Listen, I've been on all the sides, okay? The struggles, the roller coaster, the whole thing. But I am 5'1". So any 5 pounds extra weight, I can tell, and it's uncomfortable to me. So I don't like it. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel good about myself. So this is also me getting back to being comfortable. Well, not that I ever was. Listen, guys, this is a whole another topic. We're not going to get into all that. But at least feeling better. Now, I need to get my diet under control, because Sis loves chips, Sis loves dip, Sis loves hot sauce, Sis loves pizza, Sis loves sweets. All the bad things Sis likes. But it's moderation, right? I gotta get back to that. I don't like to, well, I've gone through different times. In this current time, I don't like to, what's that word? Y'all know how many times a video I ask that? What am I saying? What's that word? What do you call that? I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't like to over limit myself. It's just a matter of me saying, okay, well, if you're gonna eat those Cheetos, just eat a handful. I know, y'all, that's like nothing, alright? Eat 2 handfuls, but don't eat the whole bag. That sort of a thing. You still gotta enjoy some stuff, right? And I was better about all that, maybe too much. But now I've gone the opposite, so I will need to find that good balance. But you know, when you are sick, you don't, those things that are important to you when you're not down and out, you think about it so differently when you are sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so when I was sick, I'd be like, oh, I wish I could eat me some Cheetos. As to where now, I can. And then I'm sitting here saying, oh, I shouldn't eat the Cheetos. But you know what? Again, it's about moderation and being grateful for the moments you can, right? It's okay. You have some of them, just not all of them.
The first one should go.
I know, I ramble a lot. I don't know. It's just how my brain, it just jumps. And I don't ever really have anybody to talk to like this. So, so y'all are getting it. Oh, I want some watermelon right now though. Oh, cold watermelon. Yeah, that sounds nice. You know, I used to think that watermelon was okay for you, but I've learned in the more recent years it has so much sugar, it's not actually good for like diabetics and stuff like that. Same with bananas. Some say eat bananas are healthy, but technically I've heard diabetics aren't supposed to. Grapes too. So then I'm like, okay, so fruits aren't good for you? Or like, I mean, I guess it could be moderation, but if you do struggle with diabetes, I mean, you really, gosh, you have to be on such a strict diet. Well, I mean, I guess my dad did because his was severe. So maybe if you don't have it as bad, you don't have to. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, my heart goes out to any of you that have it. That's another reason I try to work on myself, because it is all over in my family. So I definitely know I don't want it, and I'm hopefully can avoid. Let me pause a minute.